Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So Ramadan Mubarak to everybody celebrating this month. So today I have got a review on Al Haramain's Amber Oud Ruby edition. It is a little dark in here, I don't know why, but hopefully when I edit this video I'll try to brighten up the video a little bit so you can see. But yes, this is a sample of Al Haramain's Amber Oud Ruby edition, which I got from my trip to Dubai last year. I can't remember which one it was, but it wasn't one of them. Actually, it was from the Al Haramain vlog that I did in the old part of Dubai, which a lot of you have probably already seen. But the manager that was there, he was really kind enough to give me like a bag of samples, and this was one that came in at that time, and this was actually new at that time as well. So I have done a review on this, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of this fragrance. So this is how the sample looks, and I really like these samples because Al Haramain, as you know, isn't well, they can be a bit expensive, but I think they have like averagely priced fragrances as well, right? But their samples are really good. Like, you would find niche fragrances, niche brands do samples like this with a really good quality bottle and a good quality cap as well. Otherwise, usually you'll just find like a very flimsy looking small sample, which most people just throw away. But this one I really like, but I have finished this, so I will eventually throw it away. So yeah, I'll give you some information about Amber Oud Ruby Edition. So this fragrance was launched last year in 2022. Inside the sample pack, you've got the image of what the fragrance bottle looks like. So it's the same design as the Amber Oud collection. This bottle is gold and red, and then you've got the notes as well on the other side of the sample pack. So when I first tried this in store, instantly it reminded me of Baccarat Rouge. Except Baccarat Rouge is more thicker and you can tell that the quality is much higher. But that's not to say that Al Haramain's version of that is poor quality. It's really good for the price paid. In fact, in the UK, a 60ml of this is about £60 and a 120ml is about £110. I'm not going to spray this on me because it's finished. Unfortunately, I did use up the whole thing to kind of get a good review out of this fragrance. But I did notice that this fragrance is also quite similar to Busma by Arabian Oud, a review which I have planned to do later, so do watch out for that coming soon. Busma is a little bit different, I think. I haven't actually tried it out properly yet, but from like the first impression when I try it, I find the two of these to be quite similar, and then again they're quite similar to Baccarat Rouge as well. So when I tried this fragrance this time, it does go along the lines of Baccarat Rouge, as you can smell it in the air. Yes, the projection of this is just above average, I'd say, because it really does fill up the air and you get that sense of Baccarat Rouge. But when you smell it directly on your skin, you can feel the Egyptian jasmine, the saffron, but also quite clearly you can smell the bitter almond. In fact, because of the bitter almond, it comes across quite weird at first on your skin. And I'm quite grateful that that bitter almond doesn't project or come out into the air, because when you smell it directly on your skin, it's a bit of a weird scent. It's more of the jasmine that you can feel in the air around you when you first spray it. So Al Haramain's Amber Oud Ruby Edition doesn't have the same level of sweetness that Baccarat Rouge has. And it's not exactly the same, but it does have lots of similarities in scent. This I thought was quite unisex and versatile, suitable for any season. Maybe not a scent for like running errands, but probably save it for a party or for an occasion. So that bitter almond scent is still around on your skin at the 2-hour mark. It basically feels like a lighter version of Baccarat Rouge, but it's not as sweet. The quality of this is actually really good, but it's not as smooth as Baccarat Rouge, the original, obviously. And of course it wouldn't be, because at that price tag, obviously the price that you pay for the original Baccarat Rouge, it should be a lot smoother than this. But this is definitely very good quality. It's not harsh. It doesn't have that burst of alcohol when you first spray it, which I like as well, which I don't like, sorry, when, fragrances do that, when you spray them and you just get like a burst of sparkliness. I don't like fragrances that do that. So this one doesn't do that, which was a plus point for me, definitely. So after 2 hours, the bitter almond finally starts to go down, and then the woody notes emerge very quickly with the ambergris and hints of musk. In fact, it's very difficult to tell at which point the bitter almond disappears and the woody notes come out, because the transition is very, very close. Jasmine remains from the start for at least 4 hours, and then the scent becomes more of a woody scent with light hints of musk and ambergris. So overall, this fragrance lasts approximately 7 to 8 hours on my skin. At the 4-hour mark, the scent still projects very lightly, which is pretty good. Of course, as I keep saying, you can't compare the projection of the lasting power to the original Baccarat Rouge, but this is Al Haramain's version, and I think it's a very good alternative, especially because I personally find Baccarat Rouge to be too sweet. So for me, this was quite well balanced, although I'm not 100% sure on the bitter almond at the start because, as I said, to me it came across really weird on my skin. So in the air, it's nice to smell, but I don't think I would, like, if I do use this, I wouldn't smell my skin directly because that bitter almond kind of puts me off a little bit. I do prefer this over Dunya, actually, which I reviewed almost 2 months ago. And I felt that that fragrance was also another Baccarat Rouge alternative, but that had a sparkle at the start, whereas Amber Oud Ruby Edition by Al Haramain doesn't. So in the UK, you can get this directly from Al Haramain UK. I will link their website in the description box below. Obviously, if you're in the Middle East, your sport for choice, you can find them on absolutely every corner. Otherwise, thank you for watching today's video, guys. I hope I've answered most of your questions, if not all, on this fragrance, and I've given you a good in-depth review of what to expect from this fragrance. If you do have any questions afterwards though, then definitely drop it in the comments box below and I will get back to you. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video and have a good Ramadan.